All right, folks, let's get down to business. This is the Gamer Nerds, Dinx and Voice on the Now Loading podcast. Next week, my friends, is E3. It's that time of the year where the Gamer Nerds love it the most. We're going to see reveals of 2 brand new consoles after pre-reveals. Microsoft had a very, very shaky reveal of the Xbox One. Lots of unanswered questions, lots of media, backlash, the fans, this whole nonsense about DRM. They've stated repeatedly that they're going to focus on games. They have to. They need to clarify all this bullshit about the DRM, no use games, what was actually real, what was actually not at the pre-reveal. I read a lot of stuff that the Xbox One UI was actually faked, wasn't real time. So I think Microsoft has a lot of explaining to do. And if they don't, PS4 is looking mighty strong, and Wii U is going to be that undetermined factor. I think they're going to have a strong E3 as well. So Voice and everyone else who's listening, what does Microsoft have to do to win E3 next week?
Okay, well, first things first, I know you said that they're going to focus a lot on games, and I do think they will focus on games, but I don't think it's the end of the story about the actual console reveal and all that, TV integration and whatnot, or, use games, all those issues. I think they're going to start off the conference really trying to clarify everything that kind of went wrong.
So by the way, we meant to apologize and...
The problem with Microsoft's reveal is that after the reveal, there are all these questions, and then Microsoft kept talking, and it's just like, guys, stop talking. Everything is said.
The worst part is that the answers were all like, so we want to give gamers choice with no DRM and stuff, but we will explain that at a later date. Like they just basically announced nothing, repeatedly, so nothing has been answered right now. Horrible.
And they're gonna focus a lot on games. 343 definitely is gonna have a strong position because they're kind of a Microsoft flagship right now. I'm hoping we don't see a new Halo, in a sense, I don't want to say Halo 5, but I do think that they're gonna kind of, at this point, I'm worried that they might start beating the Halo franchise to death because...
because it sells millions of copies and you buy... And
it does.
Microsoft doesn't want money? Why wouldn't they show something like that?
I mean, for example, 343 unveiled, is it Halo Spartan Assault, an iOS game?
Yeah, iOS game, RTS thing.
I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm worried a little bit right now. They're going to talk, obviously, about the Halo live action series. They're going to get into stuff like that. But I think they're going to talk a lot about Forza Motorsport 5.
Why are you looking at me like, is this what they're showing?
Is this what they're going to show?
Yes, that's what they're going to show. They said that they're going to have 15 games to show that were going to be released in the launch period for Xbox One. So it means the first year. A lot of people on NeoGAF have kind of said that those are going to be 2 or 3 Kinect titles. So I don't know if it's going to be motion sensing games or a combination of game and Kinect controllers. There's supposed to be a focus on hardcore games, so a lot of rumors that Rare is going to unveil a long lost IP, Killer Instinct. I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, if you've ever seen Voice around spiders, he screams really high and stuff. I would do the exact same reaction if they unveiled new Killer Instinct. For God's sake, Rare, stop with the Kinect nonsense, do a hardcore game, we need it. They're going to show Forza Motorsport, and then I had showed you, or we had found this leaked list of potential games that was too good to be true, but there's going to be for sure some tease of Gears of War. I mean, this, they have to show games. Everything right now about Xbox One is negative. It's been that it's a TV focused, console.
Yeah.
Nothing has been about games yet. PS4, I still think they're dilly-dallying and they're not really clarifying their no-use stance and DRM nonsense, but PS4 looks like a game console now, right? It's just games. Xbox has to overcome that hurdle right away.
The only problem, PS4, they kind of positioned themselves, because the thing with PS4 is that they said things, but they didn't say too much, right? So right now they're looking at the White Knight. Microsoft just said a whole bunch of crap, that they shouldn't have said, but I'm still skeptical.
Why did they say it then?
I'm still skeptical of the PS4. They haven't said a lot of things. Doesn't mean that they're the,
but
the
you know
hero
what?
in the picture.
The thing, they don't have to, because the Xbox One reveal was so disastrous.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure they watched it and they're like, did they really just do that? 15 minutes on TV snap integration. I don't know if you guys have seen this thing that apparently the UI presentation where they were showing the jumping from TV to Xbox, the dashboard, whatever. It was super smooth on stage, and then there was another demonstration where it was super choppy and it didn't look the same. So there's a lot of stuff that really needs to be clarified, and all this nonsense that DRM is good for gamers, but we won't tell you. People still don't know. Will they charge for used games? Will Microsoft?
We don't know if there's an activation fee. It's still very much, because every time they answer something, it's so ambiguous. It's just very like, yeah, you're like, you didn't really answer anything. But no, just I mean, in terms of games, I'm having a hard time even thinking about what games they'll announce. I'm thinking of just the things that we all expect. Ubisoft obviously will play a huge part on in all the conferences. Obviously, we're gonna see Assassin's Creed 4. We're gonna see Watch Dogs.
People still care about that. I just want to see Watch Dogs. I want to see the end of Assassin's Creed. Stop playing that game, people. Like, really, just stop.
Anyway, Microsoft, I don't know. I don't predict Gears of War. Gears of War Judgment just came out.
Yeah, it didn't sell very well either.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I think Microsoft, they might surprise us with original IP.
Okay, so what do you think? So every Xbox, every E3, there's always been a Call of Duty gameplay.
Well, yeah.
Like so are we gonna see, Call of Duty Ghost Dog? Super with fish that move
Fish move out of the way.
Out of the way, like, a technology stolen from like that. I don't want to. I mean, it was a very, very bad reveal. Like, it was really misguided. But like, I looked over the Call of Duty Ghosts like trailer. It looks so garbage compared to Battlefield 4, like visually.
Yeah.
Like, and that scene where they zoom in on like the Ghost Dog's face and they like pull down his mouth like there's some animator working on it. And then you look at the Battlefield 4 reveal, like, man, Activision, you need to step your game up. Like that, they cannot finish with Call of Duty. Like, it's been done. I know they're gonna have time exclusive, DLC and all that. They need to go out with like, and one more thing, like Microsoft's version of like Smash Brothers, or something crazy like that.
I think the one more thing might just be that Rare reveal. I think that's what's gonna be.
It has like
it can't be Halo.
It needs to be something that's new. It's a new console, a new like Halo, like a new, not Halo the game, but like a Halo franchise, something that like really differentiate Xbox One versus PS4, which is the prime competitor. So I really think they need, right out of the gate, don't even apologize for the disaster. Just say, hey everyone, welcome to E3. This is our Xbox One conference. These are the games for 1 hour straight, and just no teasiness, no E3, no EA, pre-rendered nonsense, no garbage, just games. Like, for God's sake, that's all they need.
All right, fine. Okay, let's get into the PlayStation 4. All right, so first things first, Sony, they're going to actually show the PS4, so we can actually
I think they have to,
have a face to what the system is.
Well, remember, there was that 35-second,
like corners.
Well, it's gonna be a black box. I mean, like,
here's a corner, 2 inches of the PS4. Yay, so we haven't really seen anything on the PS4. So the first thing, they're gonna start off with that right off the bat. They're gonna say, finally, here it is, the PS4. Bam! I think everyone's gonna scream. Everyone's gonna get all excited, and then they're gonna show the games. And one thing I'm hoping we're gonna see is a new Uncharted. I know The Last of Us just came out.
No, they can't do that.
Or it's just coming out.
But think about it. If they unveiled a new Uncharted, we haven't played Last of Us. We will be playing it very soon. It's supposed to be like the de facto PS3 title to have. If they unveil Uncharted 4 next week, that looks a million times better than Last of Us. They can't do that.
I don't know. I think they will. I don't think they're gonna showcase too much. But I mean, everyone. You think about PlayStation, you think about Sony, you think about Nathan Drake, right? So I think they're gonna unveil this new system with Nathan Drake, and I hope they do. I don't think it's gonna take away from The Last of Us. I mean, Naughty Dog did say that they will be using the same engine anyway. So, and it's a good engine. So I think that's kind of hinting that they might show something. Obviously gonna show, I don't know, Gran Turismo 6. I know it's not gonna be a PS4 title.
I mean, when they unveiled it, they said there's gonna be some sort of connectivity or some sort of, it will port over to PS4, but I mean, what I think they should do is, so like you mentioned, like a third-party title like Naughty Dog and stuff. I read that Sony Santa Monica is gonna have a brand new IP. Yeah. Hopefully, it's not God of War related. I think God of War, is kind of reached its past due date. Hopefully, if they do something like God of War, I want to see something like, a Norse version or Viking version or Egyptian or something, like just Greek stuff. Like, I love my Greek people and all that, but man, God of War, I'm tired of Kratos. So
I listen, the last one, God of War Ascension, I mean, I played it. I was going through the motion. I mean, I'm sorry, I can't.
They need, Microsoft has said that E3 will be about games. Sony had their chance. They did their, great, which I found fantastic pre-reveal. All the hardware stuff's out of the way, so all that, stuff that you don't want to hear anymore during our E3 presentation is gone. So it's got to be about games. So first-party stuff, the major franchises we're going to see. Infamous Second Son, hopefully in motion. We're gonna see that game.
Deep Down is one, the one
Deep,
by Capcom.
I mean, Deep Down was like the most amazing reveal from the PS3 pre-reveal conference, or PS4, sorry. It still remains to be seen if that was, in-game cinematics or, and I want to see exclusive stuff. Like, everyone has been saying now that this whole business about DRM and like used game sales going back to, like the developers will be getting some money, and I'm sure Sony has something. Like, okay, EA said they're gonna drop online passes.
Yeah, exactly,
okay,
yeah.
and they've dropped it on Xbox and PS3, so for sure there's something with Sony up here. We don't know what it is, but I want to see. I've heard that like exclusive games are coming back this next generation. The Sony and Microsoft will be paying extensive money to get that content that won't be available on anything else. So I want to see stuff that will make me want to buy a PS4, and I will buy a PS4, no question. But like again, they cannot focus on hardware. Show the box and then just go to it. Just these are the games. This is why you want to buy the console. This is what's going to differentiate us from the competition just right out of the gate.
So you don't want to see something like a Will.i.am concert?
No,
midway through.
Like
no.
I'm really glad both Microsoft and Sony have done pre-reveals.
Yeah.
Because imagine, like I said the last time we spoke about this, all this extra stuff which some people find interesting and everyone else doesn't, will just take away the steam, right? So no Usher, no Will.i.am, or I don't even know who else is showing up at the Sony conferences. None of the idiot Ubisoft people. Show Watch Dogs, the PS4 version. Show me the next Far Cry. Show me the next, I'm trying to think what else. Show me The Last Guardian.
But
where the hell is it?
Sony said that The Last Guardian, even because it showed up on the E3 list, and I forget where, but like they're saying that it's just tentative. Like
I mean, after all this time, after all the delays, it doesn't make sense to release it as a PS3 title.
Who knows? Maybe it's gonna be the closing notes for the Sony conference. Like The Last Guardian. Bam.
Something has to be there. Like so you have to have these exclusive third-party titles. You got to have first-party stuff. I'm trying to think of what else they showed during the pre-reveal.
Square Enix at the reveal just like, the big news is we're gonna show Final Fantasy.
Please be excited. Square Enix, today you stabbed me in the heart. You got me excited about a new Deus Ex. What did you show? Stupid iOS game.
Deus Ex Default.
Oh my god.
I won't lie to you, like, when I first saw that announcement, they're gonna showcase something tomorrow, I was like, oh my god, Deus Ex is gonna be the sequel to Human Revolution, and it is an iOS game. And, I mean, I wish I could be excited about iOS games.
No, I can't. I'm sorry.
I don't care.
I can't. Like, it looks fine. It looks nice. Yes, it runs smooth on an iPad, but you don't get the same feedback without playing it with the controller.
Yeah, I agree.
And like, if you guys have watched the official video, like the likes to dislikes ratio, it's like 300 versus like 20,000. It's like such a negative backlash. So you can't do that. People like the gamers that are focusing on E3. It's E3 month. It's be non-stop game reveals. No one's gonna care about an iOS game. No one. This game's gonna die. Out to die.
The problem with the reveal is that I don't think, like, listen, if they had just kind of just randomly on some random day gone, oh yeah, we have an iOS game called blah 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 The Fall coming out, would have been like, okay.
Yeah, but like a preview.
Really just like they got us all like hyped up. We're like, what?
Yeah. Anyways, Square Enix has been doing this nonstop lately. Everything is iOS. Hopefully next week there's a throwback to a good Final Fantasy. Like, I'm sure there's gonna be a Final Fantasy game.
They did say they will have something at a Sony reveal.
But is it gonna be like recent Final Fantasy games?
I don't know. Listen, first of all, I'm sure it's not gonna be Final Fantasy 13 Versus, because that game's ever gonna come out. So maybe it'll be Final Fantasy 15.
That's still a game. That's still a thing.
Maybe FF15. I don't know. Who knows what's gonna happen? They're gonna reveal something. What I hope we see, and you're probably gonna look at me and be like, "You're just an idiot, Steven." I call myself Steven. Yes. Such an idiot voice. Whatever. Who cares? My name is Steven. Get over it. Little Big Planet 3, man.
Why?
I want to see.
Who cares?
Little Big Planet 3. I want to see it every time.
Okay, hold on. We always talk about this. How much time have you playing Little Big Planet 1, 2, or the Vita version, which I think you have? How many levels have you created, or have you just gone through the game?
No, listen. Little Big Planet 2. I was playing a crap lot of it. I built a whole bunch of levels.
And then you put it away for, okay.
No,
anyways, we spent way too much time about Little Big Planet. It's not a game that is on my radar. We're gonna see stuff from
Killzone.
Yeah, Killzone Shadowfall. We're gonna see definitely some reveal relating to a new Metal Gear. I'm still confused about like Phantom Pain or remember there was that like trailer of I think it was Snake. It was at nighttime and it was like raining and everything. I don't know if that was a current gen or next gen title. For sure, we're gonna see something Fox Engine related or from Fox Studios. So you're definitely gonna see the heavy hitters from Sony, first party title exclusives, third party exclusives and whatnot. It's gonna be on par, or it has to be better than Microsoft, because right now Sony has a one up on the Xbox as a games console. People are saying there's no DRM. They need to clarify all that.
Yeah.
So that's going to be, I think, next Monday night at like 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Well, actually, where do you think Bungie is going to position Destiny? Because they positioned it. In
I don't even care. I'm honestly, man, like this generation, like Xbox 360, PS3, was first-person shooters.
Yeah.
Way too much. So hopefully we'll get something. These systems are powerful. They have new features. The PlayStation 4 is going to have the new version of the Sony Eye. Xbox One will have the new version of Kinect. So hopefully there's some new type of game experiences. I don't care about Call of Duty Ghosts. I care about Battlefield because it looks pretty and it's drawing me in. So
But you know what? EA Dice anyway said that they have other games up their sleeves. Well, what do you think they're gonna show? Like
FIFA 14.
What EA Dice? You know what? There've been
maybe new sort of like EA this year alone has released 5 very, very mediocre shooters. All of them have done bad. Crysis 3, Dead Space 3, Fuse or whatever just came out. So they need to get away from their just rolling out sequels, that suck. Something original. I'm for sure there's gonna be a new Need for Speed, a new Drive Club, all that stuff they showed before. So
I think they're gonna show, because there's a lot of I call them UFO sightings at this point of Mirror's Edge 2.
That's true.
Creeping up everywhere.
People have been saying that it's supposed to be an Xbox One console exclusive. Mirror's Edge was amazing for current gen consoles. Like it was the first game I played which was like bright. It had color and stuff.
Exactly.
A next gen version, wow, man, they could do some awesome stuff. So.
I hope it does. I don't know, because it's been everywhere. It's been like some random Amazon site, EA's like support site for like 10 seconds and it's gone. And it's like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, there's something going up. So there's a lot of things going on at E3, and one thing that's not going to be happening is that Nintendo will not have a conference. Now, I think they're smart in doing this because they've, had their big show last year. It was kind of shaky. Right now, the Wii U is playing catch up to the Wii. A lot of catch up to Xbox 360 and PS3. So they're going to do a lot of Nintendo E3 Directs, right? So they had one already, which was frankly horrible. It wasn't anything great. But they've teased a lot of new games, and they have said, the Nintendo of America has said that E3 Direct for Nintendo will be hardcore or like Wii U games. Right now, there's like 19 Wii U games being released this year. That's been revealed. 19, okay? The 3DS has, that coming out this month. So if you're a Wii U owner, this is going to be like, this is the make or break, because next-gen consoles are coming.
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't supporting Wii U anymore. Like, a lot of games that we've been talking about, you can't play on Wii U because it's too weak. No Frostbite Engine 3 stuff, so no Madden, no Need for Speed, no Battlefield 4. Like, a lot of third-party stuff is not coming on the Wii U. So, first party, it's Nintendo player. So, we're going to see glimpses of new Smash Brothers, I've heard, new 3D Mario Kart, and frankly, these are games you've played before, but they're going to be great. That's why you buy a Nintendo system for Nintendo games. What do you think they're going to show?
See, okay, before I even dive into what I think about Nintendo so far, because that's going to be in our sudden death, which will happen after E3. Anyway, they're going to showcase a lot of the first-party titles. I'm not too excited about that because, again, I've seen those way too many times. Right now, what they have to do for me as a gamer is I need to start seeing a little bit more third-party support.
You're not going to see it.
I think for sure we're going to see Ubisoft. Ubisoft probably going to showcase Zombie U2 or something.
But that's the thing. Ubisoft is like one of the only companies left.
Exactly. Well, Ubisoft, Sega is going to probably talk about Sonic Lost World.
That actually, you know what? I hate Sonic. It sucked for decades and decades. That it looks like a Mario Galaxy clone. It actually looks potentially good.
Yeah.
I'm enough to forget about Sonic 06 or Sonic Werewolf or.
So they're gonna showcase Sonic Galaxy and.
It's not called Sonic Galaxy.
Dude, man, I was looking at the trailer.
Yeah,
this is
exactly
Mario Galaxy, just faster. But beyond that, you know what? Bayonetta 2, they'll probably showcase that.
They gotta show that. Like, I know right now Platinum Games are maybe thinking, Nintendo Wii U exclusive is not the way to go. Like, it's almost embarrassing how bad the Wii U is selling right now. Like, we haven't had a chance to talk about this, but it's being outsold by the Wii. People are still confused as to what it does. Is it a new console? Is it a minor upgrade? I just read that GameStop's gonna stop, what's it called, selling the 8 GB version. That's supposed to be phased out or something. So
well, see that
price cut, definitely. Like, it has to be cheaper. There's no way.
Well, the 8 GB model. See, I heard that too. That it was being
phased out.
But it's actually, Nintendo came back with torque saying that no, they're trying to balance the market, trying to balance between the 8 GB and whatever models.
No one. But I mean, there's so few systems being sold. They need, and like a retailer will not, keep space for a system that doesn't sell, right? So they need to come out again, like no more, really lame games. No spending 20 minutes explaining, a Pac-Man arcade game with 4 controllers. Just like, what these are the games, and I mean it's the same theme for all console reveals or conferences next week. Show us games.
Yep.
Like the current gen consoles are on their way out, so we have a few more titles we're gonna play. Last of Us, GTA 5, GT 6. Wii U is a next generation console that has Pikmin 3 coming out for me.
What, dude? That's been delayed.
And I can't believe.
I don't even know if it's
like
real.
You know what they should do is be surprised us. Like, by the way, it's out tomorrow. Like they need it. Like
everyone that gets a free copy now.
Like I need to play Wii U games. Like there's just nothing, like significant. So they need to show the first party stuff. I really want to see like. There's supposed to be a new game coming from Retro Studios. Supposedly they're or what's it called? They're bringing back the Star Tropics series. I don't know if you ever played that for a Nintendo system, like NES. Like that was a great over-the-head RPG action game. So there's some title coming from Retro Studios. I want to see a new Metroid, a 2D Metroid. No more, other M.
Metroid, other M.
Like that, that ruined the series. Maybe something from Capcom, like, some sort of like Dead Rising exclusive or a Mega Man game or something.
Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
No, that's never gonna happen. But like, right now, the third-party support for Nintendo is in a really bad spot.
Yeah, it is.
The system is underperforming. People will not release next-generation games because the system's too weak. So they're gonna show Nintendo games, which is why people buy in the first place. So new Smash Brothers, which I never play, a new Zelda, and 3DS. We have to talk about 3DS. 3DS is probably one of my favorite systems out right now. I know you don't play yours because you download stuff and you throw it away. I play my 3DS on a regular basis. It's fantastic. A lot of great games coming out. I want to see the new Mario Luigi game. I want to see some third-party like exclusive stuff. That is what's keeping Nintendo alive right now. Quote unquote. Show me titles for that and show me why did I pay this money to buy a Wii U. Something that will say, like you bought the system for this exclusive and you can't get anywhere else.
I don't know. I want to say in general that I'm excited about the Nintendo's conference, but the truth is I'm just not. I don't really care anymore, like I said, about seeing some more Mario or even Zelda. As much as I love Zelda, I couldn't even finish Zelda Skyward Sword. Not because it was hard or anything, I just got you just reach a point just like I can't look for a key to fight a monster in a room.
but you've played the same Halo game, which you do the exact same thing.
Yeah, but
the same Call of Duty game. So that explanation is mute.
But you know what? It's because maybe you're absolutely right. Halo, Call of Duty is the same games. I don't like Call of Duty right now, but
still gonna buy it.
I will, but I don't like it anymore. But I think because Nintendo's been around for so long,
but there's a reason why
we've been playing them for so long. I just think I'm just tired, and I just want something new. And I don't know. I'm worried about Nintendo. Honestly, I'm worried that they're gonna follow the same route to Sega, and
I don't think they can. They're financially they're in much better position than Sega was when the Dreamcast was released against the PS2. A lot of money in their pockets. I think there's gonna be some big changes coming, so definitely a price cut. Rumor that the PS4 is gonna be around $350. Xbox One will be around $400. Yeah. So gotta be cheaper right now because the $50 difference for a generation's difference, not gonna be. You can't sell that. So a big price cut for sure. Games ASAP, like not August, not September, like now they need it desperately. And maybe you're right. Maybe some sort of revision to the hardware because it's. I don't know how long they can't sustain. Like Nintendo doesn't release enough first-party titles in a year.
Yeah, exactly.
And you don't have enough third parties supporting it right now. So they're in a tough spot. They need to come back and come out strong. But they're like that mystery party, that you don't exactly know what they're gonna do next week. I mean, they're gonna show games and what have you. right now the spotlight is on Microsoft and Sony because it's new console reveals. They're doing E3 Directs. You know, we're actually going to be at Best Buy next week trying out those new games because they're doing play the games you show at E3 at Best Buys across the nation. So we're going to be checking that out. So they could be maybe steal some thunder if they have some really crazy announcement. They absolutely need it though. Like, they're in a really bad position and Nintendo has to come out swinging basically.
Before we drop, we didn't even talk about the PS Vita. Will we hear anything about the PS Vita?
Right now, I haven't played my Vita, and it's not that I don't want to. It's just there's no reason for me to. Like, again, I can't understand. There's maybe 20 titles coming out this year. Like the game pipeline is really short, and their AAA title, Call of Duty, whatever the hell, was garbage. Like, total garbage.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Like, they need a system seller, and it's not there for the Vita. So people think that Nintendo is doing really bad. Sony is not supporting the Vita at all.
Well, the fact,
and it's being killed by the 3DS.
I don't know if it's a rumor. I don't know if it's a truth. But the whole, Sony is going to require their PS4 developers, well, PS4 developers in general, to, support remote play to the PS Vita kind of scares me, because if that's the truth, because then it just shows you that they don't have enough games coming out and they're trying to find any excuse for you to.
I mean, like, I use that when the PSP had that for the PS3, or I mean, I use it sometimes. It was kind of cool. I didn't use it a lot because it's just, battery life and what have you. I mean, basically they're trying to take away what the Wii U can do, which is fine, but it's still, like, the Vita is a great piece of hardware.
Yeah.
Just give me some games. Like, give me something, like,
What is going on, man?
Like, why would you, this sexy piece of hardware, it has the dual analog sticks, it's smooth, it's beautiful screen, and I'm still playing Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3 on it. Like,
listen, Sony, Nintendo fans, go watch our PS Vita review, go watch our Wii U review. You see that we had high hopes for these systems because they are awesome.
There's just no games.
But there's nothing coming out for them, so don't get mad.
Oh no, I mean there's gonna be stuff, and if they don't show it next week, then I've given up hope. Like then there's no the gaming console generation over fight whatever.
All right, so who do you think is gonna have the strongest showcase?
I think right now, looking at what's been said and the rumors, I think Sony will be. Right now, they're favored over everyone else.
Yeah.
It's a games console. That's what everyone is saying. Microsoft is kind of swinging in the dark. Like you said, they're just saying too much. And they're not saying anything. Like it's just like we will determine possibly in the future about things you may want. Like that's how just cryptic they are. So, I think Sony will have the best main E3 conference. They probably won't talk about price, but maybe a release day and stuff. Price will be a big factor. I want Nintendo to do something great at their Direct next week. Give me some 3DS titles. Microsoft has a lot of ground to gain, and they have a lot more to lose. So they need to be very smart and just get to the point ASAP. So Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft for me.
Yeah, for me, it's kind of odd because Microsoft used to always be the one I would vote for, but I'm gonna have to give to Sony because even when I was thinking about what to say about Microsoft for this first impression or what's called first impressions or early
predictions.
What are we calling this? Early predictions about E3.
Great.
I was just like, I sat down for a while going like, I don't know for Microsoft, So Sony definitely, and Microsoft slightly above Nintendo.
I think so. So this concludes our E3 2013 predictions podcast. Let us know what you think. There's obviously a lot being said. We're going to find out a lot in the next week. Next Monday, the fun begins. The Sony E3 conference is at, I believe, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I forgot when the Nintendo E3 Direct is earlier in the day, I believe. And then the Microsoft Direct is next Tuesday. But E3 is fantastic. Lots of surprises. Going to hear a lot from the Gamer Nerds on a regular basis. Make sure you check us out on YouTube. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. See you next time on the Gamer Nerds Now Loading podcast.
We out.
Go to our channel.
Yeah, totally check out our channel.
I think they should subscribe also.
Oh my god, subscribe right away. What are you waiting for?
Probably a good idea, subscribe.
Subscribe ASAP. You're gonna miss out if you don't.
I just subscribed.
Oh my god, congratulations, you just subscribed.
I'm cool.